Hi, my name is Keisha Waldowski, and I'm here to inform everybody about gun safety and hunting. Now, you may look at me and think I don't know anything, but everyone's about to learn different. Gun safety is very important. You must know what you're doing when it comes to guns. Before I go shooting or before I go hunting, I follow some rules for everyone to remember. The first rule is never point your gun at a human being. Always point your gun in a safe direction. I don't care if it's loaded or unloaded, make it a habit because anything can happen. You don't want an accident. So never ever aim your gun or point your gun at another human being. Second rule is be 100% positive of what your target is and what is behind the target. You don't want to shoot a deer and not know what's behind it because there could be a hunter sitting behind it and you not see it. See him, her. So make sure you know before you pull that trigger. The third rule is to keep your safety on, but do not rely on your safety alone. You don't want to walk around with the safety off, put your finger on the trigger, and off it goes. Which is rule number 4, keep your finger off the trigger so that doesn't happen. Before you shoot, make sure you know what you're shooting at, then turn your safety off, and then pull the trigger. Until then, don't put your finger around it. Keep it on the outside. I learned these rules when I took my hunter safety education course through the Missouri Department of Conservation. You can take this course as young as 11 years old. And you have to take this course to get your license, and you have to have your license to go hunting. So it is very important that you take this class before you just go out there and start randomly doing stuff. They do this so people can learn how to hunt and how to handle guns. It's mostly common sense, but some people lack that. So they have this class. When you're in the woods, you're going hunting, you're going to get excited. You're going to be, oh, I'm going hunting. I'm going to see a deer. Remember your responsibilities. Never hunt on private land without getting permission. That's trespassing. That's illegal. There's public land that can be used, set up by the Department of Conservation. That's why it's there. Use it. Clean up after yourself and don't vandalize. Don't make us look trashy. If you wound an animal, kill it. Don't let it suffer. Give it a quick, clean kill. Don't let it suffer and be inhumane about it. Once you kill an animal, field dress it, take all the insides out, so that way the meat doesn't spoil and then you waste a deer. Clean it out. Make sure it's all nice and clean. Never carry a loaded rifle, gun in your vehicle loaded. And never mix drugs and alcohol with guns, just like never mix drinking and driving. In the woods, remember these rules I told you because there are accidents. According to the Hunter Incident Summary of 2001, there were 289 reported hunting accidents. 171 of these were two-party accidents, and 41 fatalities and 130 non-fatalities. There were self-inflicted ones. There were 12 fatalities of those and 106 of non-fatal injuries. This is because people don't pay attention, they go ahead and shoot without knowing, or their vision's all messed up and gets blurry, and they call this buck fever or the early blur, where you think you know what you're shooting, but you can't see clearly and you go ahead and shoot. Very irresponsible. I had this issue this past season, actually opening morning. I seen 3 does come up and I was all excited, ready to shoot one, and I got her in my scope and I couldn't find her. And then I found her. But my vision was all blurry and all I could see was her little tail and some trees up in my scope. So I didn't shoot. I took responsibility and I didn't want to wound her and not be able to find her. So I remember my rules and was very humane about it. I could have had a deer, but I chose not to. Shoot. Remember when you're in the woods to always wear orange so that way hunters can see you and not think you're a deer, because what deer is going to be walking around with orange? Now, there's also gun safety in the home. According to the National Safety Council, accidents involving firearms have decreased significantly in the past 20 years. This is because people are learning about their guns and learning how to handle them properly. Before you walk into your house, unload your gun automatically. Before you even get into the vehicle, your gun should be unloaded, so it shouldn't be loaded when you come into the house. Once you get in the house, make sure it's pointed in a safe direction. Lock them up away from kids. Use a lock, use a case, use a safe, or use a gun cabinet. We use a gun cabinet. It's right behind me. That way my 15-month-old cannot touch the guns. Put firearms in storage as soon as you walk through the door. Don't wait. Just put them in there. Get it off your chest. Just stick it in there. Lock it up. And if anyone else has access to your guns, always recheck them to make sure they are doing their part and loading the guns too. These are just some tips to remember when you're going out in the woods or going shooting. Thank you.